Hello and welcome to another Factorio Reddit Weekly. I'm Exterminator and thank you so much for joining me today. As always, we're checking out the top posts here in the previous week. Actually getting it done on a Monday, as it should be, finally, after several weeks of being late. I finally don't work my other job today, so free to do this, and let's just hop right into it. Good heavens, would you look at the time? Oh man, this is brilliant. Wouldn't it be cool to have a Factorio clock? Man, I'd have one like this. I think it's perfect. Seems accurate, right? There's never a time when the factory shouldn't be growing. You're late, get back to growing the factory ASAP. Yeah, very well done. Let's see. I met devs somewhere in 2015. Factorio inspired me to make my own automation game. It just went live on Steam and Kickstarter. Ooh. Let me see if there's music put on my headphones. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know the music, so I'm going to go ahead and mute it. Unfortunately, it sounded cool, but, you know, copyright stuff. This looks really good, actually. So it looks very similar, kind of, to Satisfactory. But, like, in space rather than on a planet. Looks similar to Satisfactory, except you build on a grid. Yeah, building on a grid. And it's in space, which is cool. Let me see. And this looks pretty sweet. Yeah, it looks much more similar to Satisfactory than Factorio. But it looks really cool. I might have to check this out. Yeah, this looks pretty neat. Definitely check it out if it looked interesting to you. Perfectly timed autosave. Oh yeah, we did this last week, so since I did last week on Tuesday and this week on Monday, we're gonna have some overlap, but this is one I will happily watch again. Because it's hilarious. Oh my god, that's so great. I've definitely done things like that before. Original content. Meet the gun turret. Quick animation I did for fun to test my freshly made gun turret assets. Dude, this is really cool. Up to 1,500 rounds per minute. Oh, what was that last part? To 3,000 rounds for up to damage per shot. Dang. Post a behind the scenes time lapse showing how I made the asset, since it was a pretty quick one to make. I mean, engineer would like to know your location. Oh man, that's really cool. Just one more belt. Okay, now that is some spaghetti. Holy crap, that is some spaghetti. Like, they are literally filling every single space possible. Dude. What? What did you just do? Didn't they just rocket launch it? What are you doing? Oh dear, what is happening? Someone who is somewhat organized factory, what in the living hell is this? What the F are you trying to do to make you do oh my god. Why is no one talking about the fact that Up opens his inventory every time he wants to select a belt? I mean, that's kind of me, to be honest. I always find myself needing to fit in just one more ridiculous spaghetti belt because I didn't plan ahead, and I now realize I need a blue chip somewhere else. Well, that's a problem. Ooh, another one. Meet the laser turret. Warning, it's really hot, and biters hate it. Uh-oh. Here we go. Again, I'm sorry for having to mute this stuff, guys. You never know. Oh my god. That's like catching the air on fire. This is absolutely terrifying. What big and terrible beasties are your turrets firing at to aim that high? Forgot to uncheck hills. Ah, yes. Use it to remove cliffs. Wouldn't that be nice? Animation per Mew feels like it needs a font like Doom at the end and maybe a Kako Demon. This is really sweet. I love it. Getting distracted. Ooh, Hyper. We haven't seen one of these in a couple weeks. Is getting distracted. Gear Girl's getting distracted. We'll be right back. Oh, this is hilarious. Hyper art is always a joy to look at. I never would have thought that trains were an ambush predator before playing this game. Yeah. Right? They are terrifying. I think trains may be more terrifying than any other predator alive. Pictures you can hear. To be continued. Roundabout starts playing. 16 belt universal lane balancer. Oh dear God. Yeah, I'll just stick with my unbalanced 16 belts, thanks. I could literally build like an entire red, green, and blue circuit set up in this space. Holy crap. This is ridiculous. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, this is nuts. Now make it inline. Exactly. ARM's new 16 core processor for them. Okay. Yeah. I'll just stick with my unbalanced lanes, thanks. Damn it. Ah, yes, the classic uncapped box. There are worse things you could have this many of. I mean, I don't know how big you're building your factory, but maybe eventually you will need this many. It's possible, right? If you're building a gigantic mega factory. Definitely worse things that could be in there. Looks like you really wanted to pump it up. Oh my god. I'm more concerned about the fact that you're clearly reaching mid-game, yet you're carrying 27 burner mining drills in your inventory. That's kind of me too. Track building while riding a train is my absolute favorite Factorio feature. I mean, yeah. It's like Gromit. If you haven't seen Wallace and Gromit, you're missing out. This is really satisfying. Yes, I know exactly what this is. This is exactly what I'm referring to, and I think we need to watch it because after the ad, obviously. I know this is not like this is literally what it is. It never runs out of track either somehow. This is glorious. Yep, I knew the minute I saw a linked thing that it was Wallace and Gromit. Would be even better if we could control the throttle more easily so it will roll at the right speed for construction. Ah, yeah, that would be nice. It does stutter a little bit here and there. Ah, another Yosef post 2 has entered aggressive mode. Uh-oh. Also getting stuck in a state without robots doesn't seem to be the best thing to happen. This is terrifying. I don't know why you're doing this. You realize you're creating Skynet, right? Like, this is how Skynet starts. Nice, innocent factory expansion, automated factory expansion, and then next thing you know, you're developing it for military tech, and then, well, you've seen the movies, so, you know. This is how it starts. It's really fascinating to watch, though, in all seriousness. This is mind-blowing to me. A new tutorial, i.e. a rambling episode on this in my series. Definitely worth checking out. This is just unbelievable to me. Super cool. Very well done. Why are the fish doing this? What the hell? I can't say I've ever seen that. I don't know what you did, but I don't think they're liking it. Fish get far enough away from the player, they stop moving, just like biters do. So eventually, you'll bunch up on one of the chunk boundaries. They'll budge once you get close enough. I first noticed this in C-Block because of how little moving I did early on. Interesting. I did not know this. Today I learned. I didn't really ever notice that, to be honest. I guess I never went near like that large bodies of water. But yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we looked at this. Oh, no, we didn't look at this last week. I guess I looked at it. Finally beat the game. I've never been so proud of myself. I used a few quality of life mods and adjustments and played on peaceful mode, but it's taken me years to actually do it and I feel very accomplished. Massive congrats to this person. 21 hours, not bad. It seems like they've been playing for a long time before this, but hey, I don't think there's ever any rush to beat the game. Yeah, very, very well done. Good for you. Is there any functional difference between those two intersections, or is it just aesthetical? Is that a word? I mean... Hey, okay, these are topologically basically identical and will perform the same. The reason the Celtic knot intersection exists is because you can't build the other intersection properly with only 2 rail spaces between the tracks because of this reason. Cannot signal. Yeah, so this is usually why I build my rails with 3 rail spacing. If you have 3 spaces or more between tracks, the Celtic knot is purely aesthetical. Yeah. So, that'd be the reason, is signaling. Space to signal. Today I learned that you can rotate players. Say what? What? Literally just R while hovering over players, no idea. Wait, seriously? I mean, I knew you could open in their inventory. I thought, isn't that with a command? I did not know you could just rotate inventory. Or sorry, inventory, rotate players. That's crazy. How did I not know that? Do you know biters can start fires? No way. Oh my god, I did not know this either. Man, I'm just like being... I'm just learning today. I'm being learned. This is hilarious. Man, well, that's one way to clear a forest. Just light some biters on fire and let them go. Smokey the Bear here. I'd argue that you started that fire. This is good news. It appears the biters and ourselves have a common enemy. Those awful trees. So there is room for a limited peace treaty. Peace treaty? Okay. I'm only here because Grapho posted something about to ruin my life by buying this game. The topic says it all. I'm just putting some more words in if there's some sub rules about question length. There's something similar in the TOS Factorio, especially we are not responsible if you stay awake all night long playing Factorio and can't go to school or work in the morning. Yeah, I love that that's in their terms of service. The 8-8 universal has shrunk again by 1 tile. This is still nuts to me. Like, again, I'll just take my 8 unbalanced lanes, but I'm not, like, criticizing necessarily. I mean, it's huge, even in line for just 8 lanes, but this is really impressive to make this. I mean, this is far beyond any of my capabilities, for sure. So, very well done. As a new player, finding a way to process Corvex on my own gave me so much joy. I wanted to share the happiness. Yeah, there looks like they're circuit controlling the inserters to only take one out or some amount at a time, and then moving it. Seems fairly straightforward. I don't know how, but I've done it. I've managed to fit 88 belt lanes into this space. Wow. That... You might have a power problem. That's impressive, and this looks absolutely fantastic. This actually looks like a ship, like a sci-fi ship. These were like the wings here. I don't know if you guys see that, but this looks really nice. This is incredible. This is super cool. You're not using prop models nor beacons on your purple science factories. No wonder you're getting impressed by the required inputs for 20k science per minute. Still envying your enthusiasm and optimism, but at this point, I almost beg you to read into at least some of the paradigms of UPS optimization. Makes your mind hurt even more. I'm running this all on a 2019 MacBook Pro. Oh my gosh. I don't understand if they're... It sounds like they're just choosing not to use Pro modules. Max are unqualified, period. Glad someone agrees with me. Wait for the comments to absolutely throw some hate my way. This is some good stats. So, Prod 3 modules and 8 beacons with speed 3 modules per assembler. 19,400 assembler, Kim Labs, rocket silos, refineries. I assume this is for 20k signs per minute? Calculators for 21. No prod. So, this is a, ton of difference. 51,000 opposed to 19,000. 191,000 opposed to 180,000. And 269,000 opposed to 86,000. Or no, sorry, 191 opposed to 18,000. Yeah. So, I don't know if they're doing this, like, they don't realize how good they are, how good prop mods are, or they know and they're just choosing not to use them, but that's pretty nuts. People hate me for this one simple trick. Yeah. I do too, I hate you too. Why would you build this many copper wires? First glance, I thought these were plates. At second glance, I instantly decided that you were a monster. Yeah. Exactly. Ugh. I printed myself a train. Damn it. I don't know why Reddit is doing this. It never used to do this. Okay, this one we did look at last week. This is pretty cool. I like the color, too. The urge to restart and reorganize upon reaching the need for blue science should be classified as the fifth fundamental force in the universe, for it is strong. Oh, man. Just set up a main belt that has one copper plate, red belt, and one steel plate, red belt, and use it until I research everything blue science has. Then once I have electric furnaces, start building my actual late game main bus. Yeah, what about iron? That's my question. I wait until I have about 5k construction bots and a ton of yellow chests before I start ripping everything up and rearranging, which means it gets progressively more spaghetti-fied while I ramp up production. Nice. I basically never reorganize when doing blue science, interestingly. I usually think that that's going to be more work. Apparently cluster grenades are very dangerous. Just literally explodes on the player. Cluster grenades are really good. Seriously, like, if you're not using cluster grenades and you're having any problem with biters, I highly recommend them. They are, even in late game, even with like big biters, if you have quite a few explosive upgrades, explosive damage upgrades, cluster grenades are insane. They absolutely demolish spawners and worms. They're really good. Just don't let what happened to this person happen to you. Finally launched in less than 4 hours. That's impressive. That's like getting near speedrun territory. I mean, to me, it is a speedrun because I probably can barely do it in 8 hours. So I'm not a super fast player. So this is really impressive. Very well done by them. Congrats on that. Handy land early game mall for the AI industry. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Oh man. It's not even spaghetti anymore. It's knitting. I love it. It's not a term I've seen used yet, but I think that is actually more accurate. I think there is a level above spaghetti, and that could be considered knitting. I think that's an absolutely perfect description for it. Sleep deprivation. Uh-oh. We all know the memes. Factorio, they call it. A game about testing the limits of sleep deprivation on the human body. How bad could it possibly be, I wondered. What I didn't know was that it wasn't just a meme. After I started playing Factorio, I missed 2 nights of sleep in a row and had to cancel all my appointments. I didn't even feel tired or hungry. I'm pretty sure this psychological response is up there with actual amphetamines. It's the most generally afraid of a game. It's the most generally afraid of a game in the effect it has on my brain I've ever been in my entire life. Now I'm recovering, just slept until I couldn't sleep anymore and then caught up on housework and personal care. So wondering, how common is this in the Factorio community? That's like nuts. If you actually miss 2 nights of sleep and had to cancel appointments, I can't say I've ever experienced it to that degree. Don't know how common it is, but be careful. Take care of yourself. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. 2 nights of sleep isn't really a joking matter. Um, that's nuts. Work like a zombie, repeat, the addiction is real. Strategy I developed was setting goals for myself, like automate purple science or refactor oil processing, and once complete, I make myself stop. The goals help stop the endless event loop that is Factorio. Yeah, I mean, that's good, but then I think as this person says, I try this, but it always ends up with, I'll just automate purple science. Huh, not enough power. Guess I'll fix that. Wait, my oil's slow? How's that? I need to change how this train's running. Okay, just build out and start drilling the oil, and then next thing you know, I'm building artillery and it's 3 a.m. Yeah, how changing a light bulb. This is actually probably my favorite meme that goes with Factorio, even more so than the Wallace thing. This, if you haven't watched this, I'm not going to show it again for copyright stuff, but this is a Malcolm in the Moment thing with Hal, Bryan Cranston, who is amazing. This is this is literally describes Factorio in this scene. It's a hilarious scene. Yep, that's Factorio. It's just a balancing act where you always lack something and everything is cascading problems down the factory line. Yeah. Definitely setting goals helps a lot. I don't know. I've never had that level of addiction to like really anything. Not quite to that level. Like that's kind of nuts. But yeah, I'm glad they seem to kind of be getting control of it. I want to look at one last one, the Factorio Speedrunning June edition recap. See where we're at with that, because this is always, oh wow, it's pretty zoomed in, but so any percent, frankly, at 1 hour and 29 minutes 43 seconds. Holy crap! Nephrim's coming in very close at 2. Poor Ante leads down at 5. I mean, this is still insanely impressive to me. Phoenix, not heard of this person before. Top 10 plays are all under 2 hours. Factorio 80% stats, total runs submitted all time, average finishing time, all time, average runs per player. New game plus massive multiplayer. Not quite sure. Car engineer race. Wow, there's all kind of stuff. Wow, very cool. I'm a fan. It's insanely impressive. Anyway, I think that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did some really cool, creative, funny stuff. And I think that's going to do it. Until next week, at least for this video series. Of course, Mod Spotlight will be out later in the week and such, and a few other things. Definitely keep an eye out, and if you did enjoy it, a like is much appreciated. If you are not subscribed, feel free to subscribe to keep up with all the new content, and I'd love to hear thoughts below as always. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.